Welcome to the National Hemophilia Foundation Healthy Steps videos. My name is Josh Gordy, 6-year NFL veteran of the National Football League. I'm excited, thrilled to help roll out this initiative today. It is vitally important to stay physically fit and physically active. And with us to talk more about different physical activities that we can do, ways to make it safe and fun at the same time, we have Luke Smith of Thomas Jefferson University Hospital out of Philly, where he's a physical therapist. So welcome. Can you maybe talk a little bit about how important it is to stay active and what benefits it plays?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important to maintain some form of activity. It improves your physical fitness, not only your physical fitness, but also your psychological and emotional well-being. Somebody with a bleeding disorder could present with a lot of different restrictions in terms of mobility deficits in your joints, and being able to stay active actually can help with those challenges. So by improving your muscle strength, by improving your range of motion or your flexibility, allows you to participate in activities actually a little bit more.
With all the joint limitations, do you still see value in people warming up and stretching before exercising?
Yes, it is important for somebody with a bleeding disorder, somebody without a bleeding disorder to definitely warm up. Years past, the recommendations used to be doing something like a stretch to warm up, where we would call this a static stretch, where you're holding a position for about 10, 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, and that was the thought moving forward. These days, actually, what's mentioned more in the literature is to do more of a dynamic movement. And what does a dynamic movement mean, right? So it's more actually getting through the whole range of motion. So instead of doing that static stretch that I just mentioned, you're doing something throughout the whole range to kind of warm up the whole body and prepare you for the motion. Somebody with a bleeding disorder, maybe not doing something as high impact, but just kind of going through the basic range would be important. And so after you're done with your activity, then you really want to do a cool down. So it's a warm up, dynamically, as we mentioned, going through the whole range, doing your activity, and then going through a cool down, which is more mimicking the static stretch that we used to talk about.
How can, give some examples of how people can still stay safe while being active at the same time?
Sure. I think the first thing to think about is making sure that you're touching base with your healthcare provider or your hemophilia treatment center. They can guide you in the best direction to start implementing like a plan. The other thing to think about is just safety equipment, right? So, if you're going to go for a jog, making sure that you have the proper equipment, proper shoes to go out and perform that jog or walk. If you're going to ride some type of equipment like a bicycle, making sure that you have the proper helmet.
Thank you for sharing everything. 3 main points that really stood out, I think everybody should take home with them is, one, making sure you're in tune with your healthcare provider before doing, any physical activity. 2 is knowing your own body, knowing your unique situations, knowing what feels comfortable in certain types of environments. And 3, man, just having fun with it.
I can't agree with you more.
Check out the videos. Get out here and have fun. And if you have any more questions, be sure to check out stepsforliving.hemophilia.org. So enjoy the videos and let's get moving.